Hey, superstars. Hey, welcome to the Sunday Mindset Message here. I'm your host, Wesley Virgin. I go live every Sunday around this time here to give you the message for the week. You may think, well, why should I listen to you, Wes? Who are you? Well, I am a young black kid from Houston, Texas that became a self-made millionaire, which means I was broke and now I'm rich. Okay. And the important part of that statement is not because I'm rich, it's that I am fulfilled, I'm happy, I'm filled with gratitude, and I'm living my purpose. I think that's more important than having millions of dollars in the bank account, which I do. But the most important part to me to live is to be fulfilled, to do something every day that you feel good about, to do something every day, regardless of how much money you make, how many cars you buy, how many trips you travel to. That you are living out your purpose. And I'm grateful that I'm living mine out, talking to you here. So I'm here to help you find your purpose. I'm here to help you understand how your mind works, how your brain works, and for you to finally realize that your mind and your brain is so responsible for the way that you live and what you will eventually attract in your life. Okay? So this morning, we're going to talk about a cool topic here. I got something cool and juicy for you. The simple phrases that broke my broke mindset. Okay? The simple phrase that broke my broken mindset. Okay? I'm sorry, folks. Let me give you guys a shout out here. Go ahead and comment your names here below. What's going on? Hey. Type your... And listen, if you don't mind, can you do something for me? I want you to take your finger on your right hand and I want you to tap the like and share button. And I want you to take your time and take a deep breath. Go ahead and do that for me now. And every word that I say, I want you to have an open mind. Okay? Because some of the things that I say you may not believe, but it's okay. I just want you to be open to something new. Is that okay? Why you like this and share this, if you want to. You don't have to like and share it, but if you would like to just stop and share this and like this now, I do appreciate it from the top of my heart. Okay? So, let's get into it. Miss Blanchard, who are you? I wanted to give you guys a shout out here, but you didn't type your names here. So listen, the simple phrase that broke my broken mindset. So listen, how many of you are broke? Now, if you've been a student of mine for a while, many of you say, I'm not broke, and that's good. But how many of you have a lack of funds? Okay, a lack of money? How many of you say, well, I'm not really broke, Wes, but my mindset is broke, right? I can't think properly. I can't focus properly. It's like I have issues in the department of procrastination, and sometimes I'm lazy, and I just can't stick to anything, okay? Well, I'll definitely put that in the category of broke, okay? And believe it or not, I was broke as well. Yeah, I've been broke. And I want to tell you a story and a simple phrase that changed everything. And it's simple, which means you don't have to buy a course. You don't need to watch another video. And if you do it, you know what's so crazy? The most simplest things in life causes drastic change. Just to give you an example, when people go to the gym, they think that you have to work out for 2 to 3 hours, and they think you have to lift all this weight and grunt and moan, and slam the weight down. However, you can go to the gym and do 200 push-ups a day, just as effective of doing the bench press. Right? So, just from my experience, simple things causes drastic opportunities for you to become who you are trying to be here. Okay. So let me take you back when I was broke. Okay. I know you folks want to know when I was broke. And let me tell you something. Listen, I grew up on the south side of Houston, Texas. My parents are pastors of a church, so I'm a Christian boy. I'm a PK kid. I grew up in the church and God, and to tell you that, I was broke. My mom made $9 an hour. My dad was a full-time pastor, so we wasn't making any money. Okay, We're just getting by. But as I got older, I realized that there are other opportunities outside of just working. And I wanted to make more money. Okay, and I wanted to be independent. And I'll never forget this. And this was a time, I think at this time I had 2 or 3 children at the time, and I'm married, and I'm in Houston, Texas. And I'm trying to figure out this money game. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying to figure out the money game. How many of you trying to figure out the money game? And let me tell you something. It is a true game. But the money game is a true game, folks. And many of you are playing the game and you're losing because you're just unaware, or you caught up into this bubble. Like someone today sent me a text message and said, "Hey, Wes, did this person tell you about this Forex trading thing? Wes, did somebody tell you about this thing? It's booming right now. It's crazy right now." And that's the game, by the way. And if you play that game, you'll lose. And that's called the shiny object game. But that's a whole nother video here. But let's stick to the story. So, I'm trying to figure things out, man. I mean, listen, I've been to the Tony Robbins seminar at this time twice. I've been to so many different seminars, so many different network marketing seminars. I've read all the books, Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People, The Magic of Thinking Big, the Joe Dispenza books. I did it. Okay. I was separating myself from negative people. I didn't have any friends at this time, but I'm still broke, still trying to make money, still trying to get the business to work, wanting to be an entrepreneur, wanting to be free. Okay. And sometimes when you're in this mindset, you're just like, God damn, why is nothing working? Raise your right hand if you ever been there. You know, it's like it's one thing after another. You make a little progress and then you get pushed back. Or you just work, and just nothing. You're like, damn, what am I doing wrong? And that can be very, very frustrating. Okay. And I was in that period of my life. Honestly, I mean, I watched The Secret. How many of you have watched The Secret, The Law of Attraction? Believe it or not, no exaggeration, I've watched that movie 100 times. I used to come home and I'll watch it all day after work. Just put it on repeat, watching it. You know, I was just trying to program myself. I didn't know what I was I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I did the vision boards, obviously, and I'm the guy that I went to my printer and I printed out all the cards, all the affirmations, put it all around my apartment. I went to the bank, got $100 out, 100 ones. I put it all over my floor because I was trying to condition my mind for wealth, honestly. And at this time, I was staying in an apartment called Sage Apartments in Houston, Texas. It was about 700 square foot. I think I'm paying about $900 a month, and that was a stretch. It was hard coming up with that money every single month. And I'll never forget this. I remember I met somebody online. He was doing very well, and I wrote some articles for him. One thing I want to give you is this. You know, whenever you want to work with someone, give them value first. That means do it for free first. Whatever your talent is, whatever your skill is, do it for free because it really works. I mean, I have a few people right now that are working with me, and now they're getting paid, but for a year, they didn't get paid. I got a young lady by the name of Ariella. She's my VP of sales. She worked for me for free for 2 years. Now she's making more than that. Her business alone does about $5 to $10 million a year with me. Okay. So what I'm saying is don't just give value, you know, just do whatever you can do it for free. Don't say, hey, I can charge you this. Hey, I can do this for you, but it costs this. No, that's stupid. Do it for free. Okay. And that's what I was doing for this guy on the internet. He said, Wesley, write me some blogs. At this time, I was trying to get my one website by the name of 7 Day Fitness to work. I believe that I can get people to work out for 7 days for 7 minutes a day. I was big into fitness. So I thought about creating a product on the internet for fitness. I have no prior experience when it comes to the internet, but you know, because of it's so crazy. I didn't have a certification in personal training. As a matter of fact, I failed the test. I still did it though. I didn't care. You know, I mean, honestly, I still became a trainer because I just said, well, I'm a trainer anyway. I didn't care. right? So, I wrote articles for this guy, and he really liked my articles, and it was all free. Like, he wasn't paying me any money, and I did that for a long time. And I'll never forget this. I was laying in my bed one night, and I sent him an email. I forgot what I sent. I said, hey, man, do you need me to do any work for you? You need anything from me? And you know what he replied? He said, hey, Wes, why are you not in San Diego right now? I said, what? We got a big conference out here, man. Why are you not here? I said, should I be here? He said, yeah, man. Everybody's here. Now, obviously, at this time, I didn't know who everybody was. He was making money. I was not. Let me tell you what I did. I'm broke. I don't have any money. Okay. I have a small amount of money, folks. Small amount. Because at this time, I just quit my job. And it's already been 6-7 months in. I quit my job as an engineer because I wanted to go all in. You know, I said, I got to go all in. And let me tell you what I did. I booked a flight that night to fly that morning to San Diego. I had no clue where I was going. I had no clue about the event. I just did it because the guy that I've been writing articles for the last couple of months, he said to go. That's another thing, folks. You got to be coachable. And you have to realize and really take notice of opportunities when they present themselves. Okay? You got to have a level of discernment system. I'm going to tell you something. Opportunities come to people every day. People just don't see it. Okay? Opportunities that would change your freaking life. So what I did, instead of complaining about, I don't have any money, I don't know how I'm going to get there, I took my credit card, took my Visa, and I booked a flight. And I went to San Diego. And it was a fitness training event for trainers who wanted to digitize their business. Okay? I think it was called the TNT Summit. Bedros, I think that was the guy's name. And let me tell you something, it was packed. And this was, oh my God, this was 15, 18 years ago, 20 years ago. And let me tell you something, it was packed of people who all fit, by the way, who are trying to make money on the internet. Okay, because only a few people at the time were making money on the internet, like in the fitness industry. And you had all these trainers that wanted to learn how to digitize, and you had this one guy teaching everybody. So I went. And then I got the opportunity to meet the guy that I was emailing and writing articles for. Folks, are you with me? Hello? Give me a thumbs up. Don't sleep on me. It's going to get good. And I met him, and, you know, it was great. It was cool. And I met so many other people as well. And I remember meeting the host. I remember meeting the guy that ran the event. He was doing like $1 million a month. He was killing it, crushing it. And I told him about 7-Day Fitness. And I said, well, I'm having some challenges, but I know it's going to work. You know, I'm trying to push it here. And I don't know, you know, maybe you can give me some advice. And think about it now. It's just so funny that I was saying these things, because I would not tell people to ask rich people to give them some advice. That's just the most dumbest thing you can do, honestly. But I was doing it, right? And people do that to me today. Wesley, give me some advice, man. If you don't mind, I'll see you online. Give me some advice. Whatever. But he said, I said, man, give me some advice. You know, I'm trying to get this thing to work, and I don't know. I've been working on a copy. I've been working on this, and I don't know. And you know what this man told me? Here's the phrase. You know, I'm thinking he's going to say, well, you know, you need to do this with your funnel. You need to do this with your traffic. You need to do this. He said, Wesley. He put his hand on my right shoulder. He looked me dead in my eyes. He says, Wesley, you're doing everything right, and everything will work out perfectly. Everything is working out perfect. I'm sorry, that's what he said. He said, everything is working out perfectly. He squeezed my shoulder, turned around. He said, man, keep me updated on that 7-Day Fitness thing. And he left. He said, everything is working out perfectly. And, at first when I heard that, I'm like, what? What are you talking about? It is not. Look at my bank account, bro. Nothing is working out perfectly. But as the day went on, I was laying in my hotel bed, and he said, well, everything's going to work out perfect. That's what he said. And then I thought to myself, I said, how does he know? Like he said, everything is working out perfectly. He didn't say everything is going to work out. He said, everything is working out perfectly. Everything. He said, everything is working out perfectly, bro. Because I told him my whole story. Kind of told him the sob story, right? Like most of you do. You tell everybody about your pains, what's going wrong, what's not happening. And he said, everything is working out perfectly. And now, as a rich person, I really truly understand that. But it shifted my way of thinking. What he was saying was this. This is the key. He said, everything was already working out perfectly. I just didn't see it because I wasn't looking for it. Let me break it down. I could only see what was not working. Okay? Now, this is the huge paradigm shift. I'm telling you, it kind of broke me, when I was in a plane coming back to Houston, Texas. He said, everything is working out perfectly. I'm just not I'm looking at everything that's not working out perfectly. Does that make sense? Because, see, at the same time, like that I'm trying to make money on the internet, I'm trying to better myself and things of that sort. But the issue was I was only looking at everything that wasn't giving me what I want. Like I'm not making enough money, or I'm spending money. I'm not getting any returns. No one supports me. How am I paying my bills? My credit score is jacked up. I'm making all these sacrifices. See, but at the same time, listen, that those things were happening, I was being introduced to people that were making a ton of money. I met a guy on the internet that was allowing me to write blogs for him. Okay? I got the opportunity to meet the host of the that was making $1 million a month. I had the guts to quit my job 6 months ago. Those things were the things that were working out perfectly. And they were happening. I just didn't pay attention to them. I was only paying attention to what I was not getting. And that's what's happening to you. So from that day on, I just started saying, listen, everything is working out perfectly. Anytime anything will happen, it didn't matter good or bad, challenge or not, I would say, yeah, it's okay. Everything is working out perfectly. Like right now, everything is working out perfectly. I said, you know what? I'm making so many sales, I can't keep up with the customers. Right now, I have a team. Man, they're making $50,000 to $100,000 a day. The customers love my team, and they're buying valuable products that we're providing to them, and they're excited. Everything is working out perfectly right now. My God. We're bringing in more people, more staff. We're training them. They're getting better and better and better. The product is just pervasive around the world, not U.S., the world every day. Wow. Everything is working out perfectly. And let me tell you something. That guy that I met on the internet that I was writing blogs for him, he's the reason. I'm going to tell you a short story. So when I created my product that made me a millionaire at 35 years old, $1 million in 30 days, well, that guy was the guy that I emailed and say, hey, man, this product is going to kill it. It's about the rocket. Can you test it? That's the guy that I was building a relationship with for a year, writing free stuff for him. He sent one email to his list to my new offer. He made the most money he ever made in his life. He made $170,000 in 2 days. True story, by the way. And from there, because he knew everybody in the industry, told everybody else. And almost overnight, that's how I became an overnight millionaire, by the way. That's why they gave me that title. Because honestly, I went literally from the outhouse to the high rise, to the house to the penthouse. I did almost overnight because of that. Now, listen, if I didn't if I didn't get that advice from that man that said everything is working out perfectly, I would have never seen the opportunity that the guy met on the internet would eventually give me that will be a roadway for me to make millions of dollars. Listen, what I want all of you to understand is this. First, right now, everything is perfectly. Everything is working out perfectly right now. Go ahead and type that in the comment section below. Type it a few times. Because let me tell you something. I live by that sentence. I even share that with my woman. I tell her every time she's getting frazzled or getting a little stressed out, I say, listen, baby, everything is working out perfectly. Okay? Everything is working out perfectly. Everything, listen, hello? Everything is working out perfectly. See, at first, you have a little cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance means that I'm saying everything is working out perfectly, but I feel that it's not. And see, that's the troubles because see, we feel that, but I don't know it's not. I don't, what? How's it working out perfectly? And the only reason why you feel that it's not because you spend so much time focusing on what's going wrong. That's it. And the only reason why as people we focus on what's going wrong, because it's familiar. How many of you ever lost some money? How many of you ever lost a job? How many of you lost a loved one? How many of you been cheated on? How many of you been lied to? How many of you had some emotional pain? How many of you had a flat tire? How many of you had your car break down? How many of you couldn't put gas in your car? How many of you had to beg for money? How many of you been to jail a few nights? I mean, all of us have experienced pain. And pain is not only habitual, it's familiar. So when anything happens to us in life, when our intention is to do something good, we focus on the pain because it's just familiar. It's comfort, even though it's stupid. That's why people stay in toxic relationships, because the toxicity is familiar. If your dad and your mom treated you a certain way growing up, then that's how you're going to expect other people to treat you as you get older. Why do you think it's so hard for you to find a functional relationship? Because you had a dysfunctional childhood. So dysfunction is just familiar, even though it's a part of it that doesn't want it. But you keep gravitating to the same bullshit, the same toxicity, and you complain about it. See, this stuff you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen. If not, you will be in this perpetual circle for the rest of your life. And you'll be 60 and 70 years old talking about all your regrets. Like, God damn, I wish I would have just did that. I wish I would have changed. I wish I would have just got the divorce. I wish I would have just left that person. I wish I would have left that job. I wish I would just went for it. I wish. You know how many people that are 60 and 70 and 80 years old that regret all the things they could have done in their 30s and 40s and 20s? Tons. It's millions. Because as you get older, you realize something about getting older. You just don't care. You don't care too much, man, about a lot of stuff. That's why when you're a baby, when you're young, babies don't care too much about anything, right? Even children, they don't hold grudges like adults do. Like, you could do something to a kid, he'll be mad at you, but in a couple hours, she'll love you again. I mean, they don't hold grudges because they don't even know what a grudge really is yet, right? They don't know that you need to hold on to things and be like, oh, I got to think about this. I got to process this. Kids don't do that. They don't even process anything. It's just a fleeting thought. Same thing like old people. It's like they become children again. They say what they want to say. They don't care how people they don't give a damn what people think about them. Wait, what? And as a matter of fact, they're going to tell you exactly what's on their mind. Listen, the point is this. Everything is working out perfectly. I'm talking to you. Everything is working out perfectly. You may say, well, how do you know, Wes? I don't know if I'm on the right track. I don't know if I'm on the right page. I don't know if I'm in the right course. I don't know if I'm in the right marriage. I don't know if I'm in the right friendship. I don't know if it's the right career choice. Listen, as long as you have a positive intention for your life, everything that you're going through is working out perfectly. You can't drive on the street in Houston, Texas without going through a couple of bumps and potholes. How many of you live in Houston, Texas? How many of you know what bumps and potholes are? Oh, you know if you live in Houston, Texas. The point is there's not many roads that have no bumps and don't have any potholes. Which means is you're going to hit a couple of bumps and potholes. But it doesn't mean it's not perfect. You know why? Because I could drive down my street here in Houston, Texas called Westheimer. And it's a lot of potholes, by the way, a lot of bumps in the street because obviously Houstonians can't make proper streets. But if I need to go to the gym, I'm going to get there. Doesn't matter about the bumps and potholes. What's important is not the bumps and potholes. The point is that I got to the gym. You get it? The point is that as long as you make the money you want to make, as long as you become the man or woman you want to be, as long as you become the person you want to be, who gives a damn about the potholes and problems and challenges, and you're emotionally frustrated. I get it. Your anxiety, blah, blah, blah. I'm stressed out. Okay. Those are bumps and potholes. Hello? But it doesn't mean that you're not going to get to your destination because that's all that matters. You know, after I made $1 million, I didn't care about bumps and potholes. I mean, I'm like, what? Who cares? But after I heard that phrase that everything is working out perfectly, at that moment before I was rich, I didn't care about bumps and potholes anymore. Everything that took place in my life, including the negative things, I didn't care. I said, they're just bumps and potholes. Who cares? One thing about a bump and a pothole, you go over it. You know, I got a Rolls Royce. And unfortunately, when I hit a pothole, sometimes I get a flat tire, but sometimes you hear that dong. Because I got 26 inches rims on my Rolls Royce, right? So it just boom. You know, you hear when you have like those type of thin Pirelli type tires and a huge big old rims, every bump, pothole, it's just like, bah, you think you just tow up your goddamn car. But listen, that's only for a second. That happens in your life. Sometimes you're going to hit a pothole or a bump, and you're going to be like, what the hell was that? What the hell is going on? It's like nothing is working. Everything was working at first. What's happening now? Hey, shut up. It was just a bump. It was a big one, too. But it's over. Keep driving. You don't need to stay there and get out your car and be like, oh, my God, did I mess up my car? Did I mess up my tire? No, just keep driving, big head. It's no time to be complaining about what's happening in the moment. What do you want? Where do you want to go? Keep going. Why? Because everything is working out perfectly. How many times do I need to tell you this? How many times do I need to scream in your ear, those big old ears of yours, and tell you that everything in your life is working out perfectly because you have a positive intention for your life? No one wakes up and says, I want to have a shitty life today. No one does that. People wake up, I want to have a good day today. You know, I hope I have a good day. No one said, man, I want to wake up today and I want to have the worst day of my life. I want to lose all my money. I want somebody in my family to get hurt. I want to be depressed. You know, I want to be depressed today. No one wakes up like that. No one. People wake up, man, I want to have a good day today. I want to have a positive day today. I want to make money today. I'm going to make money today. Everybody on this planet has some type of positive intention for their day. Hello? Amen? Some of you think that you're so negative. You're not. No one's waking up talking about, oh, I want today to be the most terrible, the most horrible. I want storms and rain and snow and fire and brimstone raining from the sky today. I want my car to get jacked. I want to lose my job. I want to not to be able to provide. No one wakes up like that. No one on this planet. Amen. Name one. No one does. Which means it's every one of you. It doesn't matter if it's big or small. You have a positive intention when you start your morning. You want it to go well. Amen. Like you want it to go well. You want it to go well. You don't want it to go badly. You want it to go well. Okay? So since you want it to go well, everything is working out perfectly. Everything that happens, including the flat tire, including getting fired from your job, including somebody hurting you, losing money in an investment, working your ass off but not seeing any results, everything is working out perfectly. Does that make sense? Okay. So again, comment below. Everything is working out perfectly. Because see, that's what I began to do. I was saying, everything is working out perfectly. I said, that guy's right. That guy's making $1 million a month. So I respect him because he's making $1 million a month. Honestly, I'm going to be honest. The only reason why I respected him because he was making $1 million a month and he had the whole event and everybody was praising this man. So I'm saying, well, I guess this man must got something I don't have. So I'm going to listen and I'm going to decide to be coachable. He said, everything is working out perfectly, even though every bone in my body saying that it's not. Bank account is low. Credit is bad. I owe a ton of money, a ton of debt. My child support payments are late as well. And I still got tickets that I need to pay for because, I drove without a driver license at that time. But this man said, everything is working out perfectly in my life. I said, what? It was so funny. He just smiled. And now as a rich man, I get it now. I really do. As a wealthy person, everything was working out perfectly. I just chose not to see how perfect it was working. So we have two decisions every single day of our life. And those decisions is what to focus on. And we could either focus on what's not going well or focus on what's going perfectly. But the issue is when we get caught up, we don't think because there's something called your fast brain. The fast brain, when you're going through an issue, you're like, oh my God, why did this happen? Oh my God, now this is going to happen. Now I can't do this. And now I can't do this. And now I can't do this. And you become, and then you get involved into the spiral of negativity. You don't even see it happen because you're addressing the issue as if the issue is going to take you down. You say, well, I have a flat tire, so I'm going to be late to work. I'm already on thin ice and they're going to fire me. And then if they fire me, I can't provide for my children or my family. I can't pay my bills. You see what you're doing there? Now, we all do this until now because now you are aware what you do. Some people buy my program, they get one weird response from the program. Oh my God, this program don't work. I didn't get an email back in 1 minute. He said I was going to get an email today. I didn't get the email. You know what? I don't know if it's going to work for me. Well, I just signed up. I haven't got an email. I haven't got a welcome email. I got nothing. I don't know if this is for me. Well, I went into the program. I listened to it. But I was like, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work for me. I mean, many people, they count themselves out before they even get started. Right? And they be like, and they just stack on, oh, this is not nothing new. This is not nothing amazing. Blah, 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 blah. This is not right. I don't think so. But you just bought a course from a program from a man that's making $1 million a month. Now you may say, well, because you're making that money because we give you the money. Yeah, of course. And I'm giving you a service. But the fact is, what you're not understanding, like I'm making $1 million a month. Think about that. And you might say, well, yeah, because you're selling a product. Well, obviously, that's what Target does. Walmart does it as well. They sell products. They sell services. So, but the point is, you got to respect that I have the intelligence or the intellect to be able to do that. There must be something about me that allows me to do it because I'm doing it very ethically and legal. I'm not in jail. I've been doing it for 15 years. Right? But people would rather be like, oh, you're taking money from the people. You took my money. I took your money. Really? Took your money? Well, why am I not in jail? You know, whenever somebody sends me a DM, like, you took my money. You're taking money for old people. I say, all right, well, I'm not taking me to jail. Go call a lawyer on me, please. Call the police. Say the black man in Houston took my money. And let's see what happens. What I want you to understand is that's just your old self. That's just like your victim mentality. And that's what's familiar. Some of you, you're very familiar with being a victim, man, honestly. You know, it's always somebody else doing something to you. It's always somebody tricking you. Oh, they scam me. They trick me. They. And they feel good in this. Like they feel good talking about how people are doing this to them, or that person hurt me and they doing this to me. I mean, I'm like, what the? Listen, you got to grow up, man. All of you. It's time for you to take accountability and responsibility for your actions. And that's what I want from people. That's why I'm so hard on people in my program. Because I want them to take responsibility of their thoughts. Because your thoughts are the reason where you are currently in this moment. The way that you think and how you think about how you think. How you observe your own thinking. And if you can't consider that everything is working out perfectly, then what's the opposite? Well, everything's not working out perfectly? But that hasn't been working for you. Some of you are 40 and 50 and 60 years old. Obviously, thinking about what's not going well in your life or finding ways to justify why something didn't work or why this didn't work and why that didn't work and why. Obviously, that's not working for you because you're still in the same situation. You know why my life continues to evolve? It's not because I'm smart. I'm not smart, folks. You just think I am. Because I got a smooth tongue. I'm not smart, man. I just know that everything is working out perfectly. Honestly. I mean, I know it sounds crazy. But anytime anything happens to me, I said, everything's working out perfectly. Even the things I can't see. There are things that I can't see right now in this moment that's going to happen. That I'm like, oh, thank God that happened because this happened. Some of you don't realize, like, you lose your job. Well, that's a good thing. You lost your job to start a business that may make you a millionaire. Oh, you had a flat tire. Well, that means that you probably avoided an accident up the road. My car broke down. Oh, that means that it's time for you to get a new car. See, unfortunately, we don't think this way, but we will, because Wesley Virgin is here to stay. And my information, my podcast, my programs, my university is going to dominate the world. See, I'm not here to go against the world. I'm here to educate the world. And I'm not here to make everybody rich, because everybody's not going to be rich and wealthy. It's not going to happen. But I'm here to help everybody have the opportunity to realize that you can be whatever you want to be. Whoever you want to be, you can be it, period. That's why I'm here. That's what this information is about. This is not conspiracy theories. This is not, well, they doing this to you and, you know, they're trying to just break you down. You got to break the system. Let me tell you something about so-called the system. The system that actually controls you in some way, it has to exist. Read the book, The Illusion of Choice. You should read it. Like that system, like schooling, going to school every day for 12 years, them educating you in a certain way, it's important because it provides structure for the world. They got to take a kid and put a kid in a classroom for 6 hours a day when he's little. So when he becomes 18, 19, 20 years old, he or she can work at a job for 6 and 8 hours a day. But if you never train a kid that he have to be in a place for 6 to 7 hours a day, then why would he want a job? He won't be there for 8 hours. He said, no, I got to go. I got to do something else. This is boring. You got to condition them. And that's what's happening. But it's okay. It has to exist, by the way. It all has to exist. Even the control, the indirect, it has to exist. Okay? I'm here to give people the opportunity to break the chains mentally. Because if you break the chains mentally, in my opinion, and this is just my theory, it'll be less crime. It'll be less pain. I'm not trying to eliminate all pain. That's impossible. As a matter of fact, pain is very prominent. It's needed. It's necessary for pleasure. Like you can't call winning without losing. You can't call success without failing. So I'm here to provide an opportunity for you to think about who you want to be and to think about it mechanistically in a way that you say, okay, I see a clear path. I get it now. If I begin to say everything is working out perfectly, my mind will find perfect opportunities for it to work. So I can see it in my third dimensional world, my materialistic world. Hello? How many of you got value here today? Comment the word if you got value here today. So I want you to understand, sometimes when people listen to my rants and, they think that I'm just trying to bulk the system. I'm not bulking the system. Like I'm not trying to criticize the system and, they're trying to do this, forget these people. No. The powerful, whatever. No, I want you to understand you need to individualize yourself in a way to really monitor your own thoughts in your own individual power. Because just like the Bible says, if you believe that, you don't have to believe it, but it says it. It says there's more power in you than there's power in the world. So you don't have to be this victim and thinking that everybody's against you. Donald Trump is against me. White people are against me. My daddy's against me. My brother, everybody. Listen, no. There's more power in you than there's power in the world. So if there's more power in you than there's power in the world, that means that you just need to focus on your inner power, which is yourself. So you ask yourself, well, what can I change about myself? Well, let's change this. Instead of saying that it's not working out, I'm going to say that everything is working out perfectly. Instead of saying, I hope today is going to be great, say today is going to be the best day of my life. Now, it's a practice, right? Obviously, right? Because you're beginning to change. And anything that's new is going to be uncomfortable. Just like going to the gym, right? Is it not uncomfortable when you're first into the gym for the first time? You're like, oh my God, my body hurt. This hurt. I see people in the gym. I go to Equinox. Man, I see these people. I love them. They're working out, some of these old people, young people. And you can tell it's their first time, and they're in pain. You see the guy, you ever seen, is this one guy that works out with one of the trainers? He works out with the guy. And when it's time for the next set, he said, I'm going to get some water. But man, you don't see this man for 15 minutes because he's on the phone. I'm like, where you at, bro? Come back. Because he's tired. He hurting. The point is, it's going to be uncomfortable. Okay? It's going to hurt. And then after you finish working out, when you go home, you're still in pain. And the next morning, you're in a lot of pain. So listen, it's just what it is. The pain is necessary, folks. So when you start to say everything is perfect, but then, I don't know, somebody lied to you, somebody cheat on you, somebody take your money, you lose your job, you got to go pay a ticket, I don't know, right? But you still say everything is working out perfectly. But you're going to feel frustrated at the same time. You're going to feel this like, oh my God, resistance. But listen, it's just like working out. Yeah, the pain, but the pain doesn't last forever. Even in the Bible, it said past doesn't last always. I mean, that's what it says. I'm going to paraphrase it. But it said pain doesn't last always. Not always. Like, come on, folks. You're not going to be in pain forever. Unless you just choose to be in pain. I mean, if you just choose to have a nail in your ass, forever. You ever met a person that every time you look at them, it looks like they got a nail in their ass? Like they just hurting you. Like you just see their faces. They're like, God damn it. Good morning. What's good about it? What do you mean good morning? Huh? What do you mean good morning? Hello? What do you mean? Did you do the reports? Did you get, got a nail in the ass? Can you imagine having a nail in your ass every day? God, that shit hurt. There's no way you can be in a good mood. Gotta pull that nail out your ass. All right. Hey guys, love you. Thank you so much for joining me here. If you got any value, comment with the word value below. Hit the like and share button as well. I will be back tonight. Ensure that you log into the podcast. You can google.com, type in Wesley $1 billion Virgin podcast. Listen. And like I said, you don't have to believe me, but be open. Be open to something new, because something new could change you. It can transform you in ways outside of your imagination. And if you are an Overnight Millionaire script member, make sure you listen to your script. Make sure you log in and go through all the modules. Take it seriously. Take your education seriously. But much love. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin, and let's go.